After the Wedding, titulada en Latinoamérica El pasado que nos une, es una cinta dramática que promete dar mucho de qué hablar cuando llegue a los cines. En Conexión, Claro, platicamos de esta película con una de sus protagonistas, la norteamericana Julianne Moore, y con el director Bart Freundlich. Esto fue lo que nos dijeron.
With your imagination, you can create anything.
I love Suzanne Bier's movies, so, but I never entertained remaking one of them because it was so good to begin with. But what I love is that it's both this big narrative where there are all these secrets, there's this huge story to it, but it's also a character piece that fully explores the inner life of all these human beings, and it's rare you have both, I think. But it wasn't until we came up with this idea of flipping the genders where it kind of got this new life, and it felt like it could be something that built on the foundation of the other movie, but could be its own piece.
You must be Isabel.
Yes.
I'm Teresa.
So nice to meet you.
So we have a list of priorities. I have the caterers on the line.
I'm really sorry about that. You just caught me at a very busy time. My daughter's getting married this weekend.
For me, it's always challenging seeing what kind of stresses that he's under, because I know how difficult it is to be a director. I know what the pressures are, and because I'm able to read him better than I think anybody else in the world, I can tell he may not be displaying his worries to everybody else, but I can pick them up. So then I kind of think, okay, well, what can I do to make this better? So in another instance where if I weren't married to the director, I'd be like, well, I don't care,
I'm about to donate a small fortune to the orphanage Isabel runs in India.
She has such a complex inner life, and yet she's so willing to be simple in the way she expresses things and not have to. She's one of those people who just has a tremendous amount of confidence in her silence. And
that's a nice way to put it.
And I also felt like she's just someone who's like a bright light. I mean, Julie and I have always admired her work. I had never worked with her, and the idea of having the two of them opposite one another, the complexity, kind of fierce complexity, they both are fierce about coming from their own perspectives, and these women have that quality. So it was like, for me, it was like Pacino, De Niro, and Heat, seeing the two of them across the table from one another. And you just don't know what's going to happen. That's when I get excited as a director and audience member. Like, this feels alive.
Trust your wife.
She's going to give you money for your charity, and you're going to question her integrity, huh?
20 million. What does she want?
It was fascinating. I mean, I really thought a lot about and asked questions from people that we knew about what it takes to build a big business. How the amount of energy and the thought and the organizational skills and how you manage all that. And I like the fact that she'd built this huge career, and she'd also built a big family at the same time, and that she cared about both of them so much, and was someone who'd been very deliberate in her choices, just in terms of what she did professionally and what she did personally, and was up against this one thing that she couldn't control, so suddenly had to enlist the help of someone else when she really didn't want to, so this idea that there was someone who was very, very powerful, and was left with no other choice but the choice that she eventually has to make.
You know that you're not the only one affected by this, right?
We don't get to choose.
You tell her or I will.
I want to know everything.